Raylan was thrilled after she and Tyron signed a lease on their first apartment together. But 2 weeks before the big move, Tyron backed out because he's convinced that Raylan has been sleeping with her ex. Well, while Raylan is left picking up the pieces, Tyron is the one who has been staying out all night. So you were supposed to be moving in with your boyfriend this week.
Yes.
And instead, you're on my show.
Correct.
What's going on?
What is going on is Tyron is insecure and he's projecting all his cheating onto me. Steve, I have never cheated on him. He's never had no hardcore evidence, and he's always convinced I'm messing around with my baby daddy because we have a great co-parenting relationship. I respect him, he respects me, and there's no drama.
And do you think Tyron is cheating on you?
I do. I seen these messages yesterday, coming here. I seen his phone ring, and I said, well, who's that? And he brushed it off. So I reached out to the girl on my own and asking her, like, hey, have you been talking to him? And she's like, yes, every time y'all break up, he's calling me, he's blocking me and unblocking me. He's asking to see pics of my private areas. So I feel like he's pulling these breakup stunts to validate his cheating.
Why do you stay with him?
I stay with him because I do love him. I see a future with him, and I have a 1-year-old baby that I already brought around her, and I want to be a wife, Steve. Like, I don't desire to go. I'm really young, but I want stability, and I want to build a husband, and I just want him to be the husband that I can build up.
Do you think Tyron, at 21, wants to be a husband type of guy, a father to a child that's not his?
Correct.
Do you think he's ready for all that?
He's convincing me he is, which is why I think I'm being ready for it.
But you break up all the time.
Yes, and if I was really this cheater and skeezer, why is he taking me back every time? I
got one good reason why. And like you said, you're always going to be part of your ex's life, right?
Correct.
You're co-parenting.
Correct.
And you don't sleep with him anymore.
I've never slept with him.
At one point you did.
Since me and Tyron has been in a relationship, I've had no physical contact with my ex-boyfriend. I think he's insecure because I did leave my ex to be with him.
And you were at the pumpkin patch with your child's father.
I was not at the pumpkin patch with my child's father. What happened with that was I brought my baby to the pumpkin patch and he picked her up from me at the pumpkin patch. I don't understand this. Someone seen me. He's lying about that. I told him, call the person who...
But that's nothing wrong with what you did.
It's not, but hugging up on my ex would be wrong.
Had his arm on,
if we're both at the pumpkin patch, even if me and him just went to the pumpkin patch together, Tyron wouldn't allow that. He's very controlling.
And you want that?
I don't, but I just want him to not be that.
Yeah, but can a zebra change its stripes?
No, it can't.
Okay. And you see a future with Tyron?
If he can change his ways and stop being so insecure, I do.
What if he fails his test?
He better run.
Will you, if he passes, will you move in together?
I will.
Yeah. Where's all the furniture? Still on the truck?
Yeah, no, it's actually in storage.
How do you feel that you signed this lease, you were going to start this life, and now it's kind of in the balance?
It's kind of disappointing, and it's a little rocky. I feel like he doesn't really know what he wants, and he's telling me one thing. I feel like he's fighting his own internal issues right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's meet him. Here's Tyron.
I know you cheating on me.
I'm not cheating on you.
I know you cheating on me.
I tattooed your name, your initials on my nails. Why would I be cheating on you? Why
my
would I
name
have
tatted on you for another man to see it whenever you with him.
Why would I have my baby around you if I'm cheating on you? Why would I be doing all of this? Why would we be moving in together? Why do you keep taking me back if I'm such a cheater?
Because I love you and I want to be with you and I just want you to change. But obviously you're not changing. The messages, you deleting messages
Tyron,
with your baby daddy.
you disappeared from 7 o'clock at night to 2 in the morning and I'm cheating?
Okay,
Where were you?
My phone died.
Your phone died. Where were you? Where were you?
With my partner.
With your partner and your phone died?
Yes.
At 7 to 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like you get off at 9 every day, but you starting to get off at 11. The plane came late. The plane
I work at the airport. You can track it on your own. You know this.
Yeah, but the planes be there.
You're
Your
insecure.
location be in the parking lot.
Tyron,
You never
you're
heard
insecure.
of a plane being late?
Right.
They planes don't be late.
Have you checked it?
Bro,
Have you checked
bro,
it?
I parked across the street to the Shell station and watched. You were sitting in your parking lot in the car talking around with your coworkers.
Tyron, you're a liar. You're a liar.
That's all you do.
I want you to
is
stop
deny.
being
Steve,
insecure.
all she do is deny
Steve,
everything.
he's
She can never
insecure.
take accountability for
Are you
nothing.
happy?
What you mean?
You're in this relationship with this young lady, right?
I'm overall happy, but I just want her to stop being such a
But,
skis.
but
That's all I want, Steve. I just
she's
want
she's a skis?
at times, yeah.
Tyron,
Well,
we
okay.
were on the way here and a girl showed me messages of you asking for pictures of her. But
Well,
I'm a
I
skis.
never asked for
I'm
that.
a skis.
I never
I'm a
asked for
skis.
that.
You asked to
Never
link with
asked for
her
that.
multiple times.
But I ain't want no dealings. If I did, I could have had dealings. I don't want
The
dealings.
messages shows otherwise.
All I know is if she passed her test, I'm willing to do
You're
whatever.
moving in.
I'm willing, yeah, I'm moving in. I'm willing to stop the insecure. I'm gonna leave everything.
Coming
out
home
here
at a
in
decent
Connecticut.
time.
We gon' yeah, everything. Whatever you need, I'm gonna be there for you.
I'm gonna
If you
pass-
pass your test. But if you don't pass your test, it's over with. I
Tyron,
don't
what
got
if you
nothing to
don't
say
pass
to you.
yours?
I will.
She says you're a little controlling.
Very.
Oh, I'm not controlling. I'm a man and I know what I want. I got standards, and if she don't want to meet them, she could bounce. But that's it. It is what it is.
Well,
Point blank.
but she's got standards too.
Yeah,
You
but
gotta live up to
she
it.
just don't like how I react to her playing with me, playing in my face. I'm not Boo Boo the fool. I'm not It the clown. But she love to play with me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not playing with him, Steve. I feel like Tyron just doesn't accept the fact that I'm cordial with my baby's father. I've never slept with him. And
you
this
cordial
test-
with every man
this
you know.
Ah!
Tired of you being cordial with
Are you
everybody.
cordial to every female you know?
Nah.
Really?
Well, listen.
I
I'm
mean-
gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. Recently, I've been a little more cordial than usual. But that's because I'm tired. Every
If
other
you
week,
tired, leave me alone. If I'm such a cheater, leave me alone. Why are we here?
I tried to. You
Leave me
won't stop
alone.
coming
I'm
back.
tired of the breaking up, the making up, the breaking up, the making up. I have a baby who you always around. I want to be with you, and I want to prove to you that I'm loyal to you. But if this cycle is going to continue even after this test, we need to leave it here
If all
and this
of that-
relationship
bro,
too.
if all of that matter to you, stop doing stuff to run me away. No man is gonna stay there and be with somebody that's deleting messages, that's going MIA, that's lying all the
I'm
time.
going MIA.
bro.
You went
Yes,
missing
bro.
from 7 a.m. and I knocked on the apartments. I knocked. You were not there.
Okay, if she passes, you'll stop asking for private parts from other women?
Oh, I never did that.
Oh, okay.
What was them messages?
That's Photoshop.
Raylyn, you're up first. We asked Raylyn, while in a relationship with Tyron, did you have sexual intercourse with any other man besides him? She answered no. While in a relationship with Tyron, did you have sexual contact with any other man besides him? She answered no. While in a relationship with Tyron, did you have sexual contact with your ex? She answered no. The results came back all the same, and it came back that Raylyn told the truth.
I'm sorry for accusing you.
Let's see yours.
Yes, sir.
Easy part's over. Okay, Tyron. While in a relationship with Raylyn, did you have sexual intercourse with any other woman besides her? You answered no. While in a relationship with Raylyn, did you have sexual contact with any other woman besides her? He answered no. The results for those two questions came back the same, and it came back that Tyron told the truth.
How you feel about that? Nobody ain't gotta lie to you, bro. I ain't never had to lie to you about nothing.
Did you ever purposely break up with Raylyn to have sexual contact with another woman? He answered yes.
You did what? You did what? You did what?
Ma'am, don't touch
You
me.
did
Don't
what?
touch me, ma'am.
No, he did
Ma'am,
what?
don't touch me.
I knew it. I knew it. You just ain't have to lie to me about anything.
Shannon, stop touching me.
Did you ever purposely break up with Raylyn to have sexual intercourse with another woman? Yes. The most recent occurrence that a purposeful breakup occurred was last week. We discussed the night he went missing, and he admitted.
No. Say it.
And I passed my
Talk
test.
to Steve. Go.
I'm going.
No. Yo, stay right here and talk to Steve. Come on.
But he accuses me.
He discussed
Bro, get out my face, bro.
the night he went missing. He admitted he was not with his friend, but her friend. I asked if contact or intercourse happened, and he said intercourse. At the time, he was asked if he was in a relationship, and he said they were broken up. So if I break up with you and then go sleep with somebody, and then, oh, we're back together, that's cheating, right?
It is.
Yeah. I want to take you back and to talk with him, but you can't hit him. Otherwise, we got to stay here.
Okay, we could talk.
Okay. You heard what we were just talking about. When you break up for the purpose of having sex, that's like cheating. That's cheating. You might feel better about yourself, but the fact is when you break up with her with the intention of getting back together with her so you can have intercourse with somebody else, that's cheating. What do you want to say to him?
I want to say that everything you accuse me of doing, you were doing. And I just proved you wrong, and I'm very disappointed. I'm hurt. I feel like this relationship can end, and I'm ready for us to go our separate ways. I'm disappointed.
I'm sorry. I really want to be with you. I'll cut it all out. Whatever you need, whatever. You can have my passwords, you can have my iCloud, you can have everything. I want you.
No. I'm done.
For real?
Are you really done?
I'm done.
If
I
you're really
deserve
done,
better.
walk off the stage.
I'm here because I want to get closure with my mom and her husband because her husband was doing stuff he had no business of doing. And for me to go to her and actually tell her when it first happened, and for her to just push it up on the road like it wasn't nothing, it pushed it to this point.
Jose went into my little sister Ladana's room, the middle child's room, one night, and I guess was trying to mess with her.
It was just me and him there. I was sound asleep, and next thing you know, he comes in my room. When he come in, it was just, I could feel him. I wouldn't more or less say see him. I could feel him standing there looking at me. And I'm thinking to myself, what's he gonna do to me? The next day I told my mama. She put it in the corner like what I said or how I felt didn't matter. As long as she had him there, that's all she depended on.
I've always felt uncomfortable around him from the way he would hug us, and I mean, even being close to him physically. It wasn't until close to my birthday last year that he actually tried to do something with me. He took me out to a Mexican restaurant, and we ate. We sat down and ate. Everything was good and dandy and fine. And then whenever we were in the car, he said he wanted to tell me something, and I was like, just tell me what's up. And he's like, well, I've liked you for a long time, and I just didn't know how to tell you. I mean, he tried to, like, grab my hand and try to be all sweet talk and all sweet about it and everything else, and I was like, no, like, you with my mama, are you crazy? He's like, what am I gonna get for it? What are you gonna do? And I was like, I'm not gonna do nothing. I said, you owe me anyways for all the tears that I've cried, for ruining my mother, like, our relationship with my sisters, my mother, everything. We got to the house, he tried to touch on me, and I didn't necessarily feel comfortable. I was by myself. I ended up pushing him all the way down the hallway, and that's basically where it ended. It was like Mama just brushed it off like it was nothing. It hurts because, you know, It was my choice to have her in my life. I mean, I was adopted out already, and now she already got me took away from her for the stupid she was doing at a younger age.
There's more to that. It's not just that. Cause see, my mama sold me for drugs when I was little, so.
How old were you?
3. I was sold for drugs. I was raped. So I don't.
And Mama pretty much told me, well, get some proof. So I ended up recording everything on the phone. When I told Mama, it was like she didn't even believe me still, even though I had that recording. And I told her, I said, I don't want nothing to do. Like, I don't want you around me. I don't want a relationship with you until, I mean, you leave him. So for quite a few months, I didn't talk to her that much. I wasn't close to her at all.
For one, that man is not our daddy. And when you can sit and watch how he reacts with your kids and think it's no problem, that's a problem. Not to just one of her kids, but all of us. She still stayed with him for a while until my little sister told her, hey, yeah, we actually done this.
Me and my sisters have been telling her for the longest of what he's tried to do and what he's been doing, and that it was wrong and that she needed to leave him and leave him alone, period. And I guess if she don't do that, then, like I said, I'm done.
I literally left home because I didn't feel at home. I didn't feel safe. And for me to be with my mother, that was supposed to be my safe place, and she never wanted to make it that way. That's the reason I had to grow up fast. I found someone who loved me, and I know to protect me. I even got married at 15. I have 2 kids.
I just want her to choose her children, period. Not just me, but LaDana and Maria, too, over the piece of that she's with.
Maria, that's your sisters on tape. How do you feel about what they're saying?
Oh, well, I'm feeling really sad about it right now because it is true that me or my sister LaDana and Desiree, we did not grow up with her. We had lived with my grandfather, me and my sister LaDana, for mostly when we was little. And we had thought of us going back to her. We would be in a safe place, but then we have figured it out that it was not a safe place for us to be, and we did leave when my sister LaDana was 15 and I was 16. When the stepfather, Jose, when he wanted me to do things with him and I wouldn't do things with him, I was not allowed at his house. I was not allowed to call my mother while he was there. I was not allowed to do anything until I did something with him.
When you said you did something with them, what would that be?
He would force me to sit here and have sexual things with him, and I would tell him no, but he would force me to do it because if not, I was not allowed to talk with my mother or nothing else. And I sit here and told the police in front of her that he tried to do things to me, and she would never believe me. She did not do anything to try to solve the problem.
So when she walks in the bathroom and he's got his pants down, he's exposed, right?
Yes.
So, and she says, well, if you want her own daughter, she says, you can have her. More like a jealous reaction than an outraged reaction.
Because she would never believe the way her husband was treating her kid.
She caught him in the bathroom with his pants down with you.
Yes.
So she knew something was going on.
I mean, she would sit here and choose drugs over her kids and choose men over her kids. We never grew up with her.
And how would you describe your relationship with Jose?
Well, he forces me to do things with him so I can have a relationship with my mother.
Even to this day?
It's been started for like almost a month now.
Because
sex. I have seen here
Hold on a second.
I have seen.
So the last time you had sex with him was a month ago?
Yes. And every time I tell her that she needs to leave the dude and stuff like that, all she does is bring to my face that she can't lose what she has.
Maria Elena, how many times did I ask you? How many times did I ask you? Did he touch you and you said no? Until last Monday.
And why did I say
Until
no?
last Monday.
Why did I say no?
And now you're telling me, and when last Monday you even sat there and told me, Maria Elena, I asked you many times, did he physically put his hands on you? You said
and why
no!
did I tell you nothing? Because you don't do anything.
I used to be a police officer, and I used to have to interview rape victims. Can you imagine if I'm going in a hospital and I see a young girl like this, and I start screaming at her like you did, and I'm a police officer wearing a uniform? What would you think of me? You'd think I was nuts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the feeling's mutual, right?
Yeah.
Did you see Jose in the bathroom with his pants down in front of your
Yes,
daughter?
I did, and that
What'd you
day-
think that was going? What'd you think was going on?
Well, I thought they were fixing to have sex.
Yeah. Okay.
Because.
So you
that
didn't
mo-
know then, a year ago?
No, because I confronted my daughter.
But
that
I'm
day.
saying you just left them a week ago.
Yes, I know.
Why didn't you
I
leave
know.
them a year ago?
I did not leave him this time because of that. After I left him, then she came back to me and told me.
Did you say to Jose, if you want her, you can have her?
I did because I.
What's wrong with you?
I'm
Did your daughter say, hey, this Jose's a creep, he tried to do something with me?
Yes, yes, and I told Desiree when she came up to me and told me that, I said, when you get a chance, get a video or a voice recording of him saying it to you so I can go do what I got to do in court to get rid of.
Court?
No, because I don't have the money at the time.
Oh my God. Wait, hold on a second. This guy, your husband, is going through your daughters, right? Like he's sexually assaulting them, sleeping with them, doing all kind of crazy. You don't have the money? 911 is a free phone call. Mother had no clue. She had no clue.
Why you think I live? Why you think I had to grow up so fast? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I've heard that for years, Mama. Years. All my life. When you was locked up, oh, I'm sorry. If you were sorry, why didn't you showed it?
Baby, I was on drugs.
That's beside the point. I did the
did not
same
know
thing too.
nothing.
I done drugs too and come off the son of a bitches for
Yeah,
my
but how
girls.
long I was on
Mine.
this?
I love you.
And
I
I
do.
love you.
I would love
With
to
all
have
my
our
heart.
relationship back. But if you're gonna put a man before me, I gotta look out for mine.
Baby, I'm not gonna put a man before y'all. He's gone. I promise you.
Why did it take this years for you to realize you need to do as a mother?
Because I
Because
am
why?
stupid.
I'm tired of. Yeah,
I am
you
stupid.
is. You dead right is.
When I become
At least
a
you
mother,
know that.
Mama,
I'm no good,
I know my
okay?
job.
But
and I got
I'm
two
here
little
today.
girls.
I brought y'all. I'm the one that made the call. I brought y'all on here to ask y'all to forgive me and to tell y'all y'all mean the world to me. Y'all my blood.
Some stuff was rubbed into my face that he had done or whatever. And he was like back there laughing like it was all cool. Like, ha, 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 yeah, I did this, I did that.
And she's standing there?
Yeah, and he told her to get me out of his house, and she pushed me out of her house.
No, he didn't want. He told me he didn't want the drama brought in the house.
So
You know why?
Because every
You
time
know
they
why?
come to the house,
So you
it was
got
all
rid
Because
of
the
he
your-
drama.
knows
so
you're
you
gonna
got rid
listen
of
to
your
him
daughter?
because you choose him over us.
So you get rid of your...
That's your house. It should be my safe place too for your daddy.
You were obviously abused by Jose. How old were you at the time?
I was
You
21.
waited-
I found her myself
Yeah.
because I got
Oh,
On
that's
her
right,
birthday.
because you were adopted out. You weren't, so you come back into her
She
life.
come to us.
You want to see your mom.
I made a fake Facebook, cussed her out because I wanted a relationship with my mother, but I want to get all my stuff out. Why lose me in the first place? And then when I get old enough
Lost
to
us
come
when
and
we were
find
little,
you,
lost us when we got
why
older.
even take any kind of
She's
risk
used to
to
it.
lose that again? If it meant so much to you.
Are you jealous of your daughters that your husband wants to be with them and not you?
No, not at all. No,
why-
I
what-
am not.
why
It
did-
takes
what-
two to tango. Why didn't she ever
And
stop
it takes
when
one
it's
to
gonna
be
be
a mother.
mother?
You was in the first place, but why the would she want to come out and tell you something that you didn't believe in the first place?
So it takes two to tangle, even if it's a child?
And it takes one to be a mother.
How did she feel?
Well, Desiree, you came here and you took a lie detector test, and we asked you, did Jose ask for sexual favors from you and point to his penis while you were in a car after dinner he took you out for? You answered yes. Did you tell your mother directly that Jose was being inappropriate with you sexually and you felt uncomfortable? You answered yes. Are you making the story up about Jose in order to get your mother out of her relationship with him? You answered no. Results came back all the same to each one of those three questions, and it came back that Desiree told the truth.
I told you! God damn! You weren't never real anyway.
You just said to me backstage, you want to repair things. That's why
Yes,
you're here.
I do.
Well, listen to me then. If you want to repair things, then what you do is take full responsibility.
As a
You don't blame your children for what your husband did to them.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, LaDana, you took a lie detector test, and we asked you, Did you make up the story that you woke up with Jose standing in your room while you were in bed on the night in question when you were younger? You answered no. Did you tell your mother directly that Jose was being inappropriate with you and you felt uncomfortable? You answered yes. Are you making this story up about Jose in order to get your mother out of a relationship with him? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and they came back that LaDana told the truth.
Thank you!
Did any of your daughters ever tell you directly that your husband Jose was touching them inappropriately and making them feel uncomfortable?
Yes.
You answered yes. Did any of your relatives tell you that Jose, your husband, was touching your daughters inappropriately?
Yes.
Yes. Did you ever tell Jose he could have Maria if he wanted to when you caught him with his pants down?
Yes.
Did you tell CPS that Desiree was on drugs and neglectful to her children?
Yes.
Why?
By the way, the results came back all the same, and it came back that she told the truth.
The reason
So
why
why
I
would you
told
lie
them that
to-
day, okay, why would you wake up that morning?
Why would
after,
you, damn-
No, listen, look,
Why would you
listen.
try to prevent me from having my youngin' when you trying to get you?
She says here on stage that she's going to get rid of Jose. But the point is, I'm predicting, and maybe I'm wrong, but I usually am not. You're going to be back with this guy.
Oh, no.
Yes, you will.
I guarantee you.
After all this guy's done to your daughters, and you stayed with them,
You laid in the same bed with him, bro.
you're not going to break up with them all. But you, one of the worst mothers that ever graced the stage, get the hell off it.
And I done that for her daddy, because her daddy be real disappointed. He raised me, and he did not raise me to be the way she was. Like I told her, I was on drugs too, and I come off for the sake of my girls. My girls.
Listen, and I know deep down level, everybody wants their mother in their life. I really do hope that she could change, she could stop blaming you guys, but if
She
not,
didn't blame it and stop the first time.
but if not, you just be strong with it for your own kids and make sure you don't go down
Oh, don't
the
worry
road
about it, because
of
my
your
babies
mother.
won't never go through what
had
I
my-
went
Nice
through.
meeting
Thank you, Mr. Steve.
After 25 years of marriage, Shawnee was forced to call the police on her husband, Kelvin, after he physically assaulted her. Kelvin admits there is no excuse for how he treated her, but says he lost his temper over photos his friends would send him of Shawnee with other men. Shawnee, what made you finally decide to call the police on your husband?
Steve, I called the police on my husband because I was accused of cheating with a family member's boyfriend. We got into an argument. He grabbed me by my neck and pushed me up against the wall and choked me, and I was just scared because I didn't know what he would have done.
And this came from the allegation of you sleeping with the family member's boyfriend.
Yes.
He says that friends would send photos of you with other men. You never saw the photos?
No,
He never showed them to you?
no. And it's a lie. In the past, he's cheated, I've cheated.
Oh, so you both have cheated?
He had been cheating on me the whole time, so I got tired of it, and I was gonna give him a taste of his own medicine.
He didn't like that, did he?
No, not at all.
No, he admits to cheating you on the last year. How did you find out about this affair?
Had gotten up and I was getting ready for work, and his phone was ringing just like back to back. So I got up and looked at his phone, and it was a text from a female. I guess he had promised her that he was gonna buy tires for her car. And she was, I guess, pissed off because he didn't follow through with.
Now, you both took lie detector tests, right? You are assuming you're going to tell me you're going to pass?
Yes.
What if he fails?
If he fails this lie detector test, and he's been putting me through what I've been going through this past year with accusing me of cheating and sleeping with
The
family,
member's boyfriend.
friends, strangers,
Strangers.
anybody.
When's the
that
last time you have cheated?
It's been over 8 years.
Oh, so a long time. So now you're back together. You would like your marriage to work.
I wanted to work.
Okay, let's meet Calvin.
Now, Shanae,
I have given you 25 years of my life, 33 years of my life. For the past year, you have been accusing me. You brought me to the show. This is what you wanted. You brought me to the show to get the truth, and that's what I've been giving you the whole time.
you know what I mean?
When did you think I became that person?
I mean, when I started getting the video, when I started getting the
Okay, but that's
messages and
something
stuff
that
like that.
somebody else is sending you. I don't give you no reason
But
to
why
feel
would-
like that.
But why
I
would
don't-
they send me video?
Did you ask him
why
that?
would they-
Did you ask him that?
Did I ask them that?
Yeah.
I
People
mean-
are sending you stuff. Is it her in the videos and the photos?
I mean, from my
No.
expectation, it looks like her.
It looks like her. How many times have you ever cheated on her?
Several.
Several.
Yeah, that's in the
So,
past.
so what are you so upset about?
Because right now, that's the past. I'm trying to get past all that, so this way we can have a future.
Right.
Because I love my wife.
First of all, you had a little gathering at your house. Somebody said, hey, by the way, your wife is sleeping with this family member's boyfriend.
No, at the gathering that we had, this guy literally was behind her, just staring at her. And
she can't
at
control
her,
that
period.
guy, though, right?
Just the vibe of what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? Him
Right, and
just
it
like
upset
focusing.
you. I understand
yeah,
that
it really
part.
upset him.
But then
yeah.
why would you assault your wife over that?
Because I was mad, because I was upset, because
Okay,
I felt
so
like...
you get mad at the woman that gives you 33 years and 3 kids, you said? You're going to put your hands on her?
I was wrong. But
When's the
when
last time you cheated on her?
About a year ago.
Did you know about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Not really in the past.
It's a year ago.
A year ago, that's a good stretch?
For me, it is. For me, it is.
Jeez. Shanae,
Wow,
you
that's
took a
wrong.
lie detector
No, that
test.
ain't wrong.
And we asked you, in the past 8 years, have you engaged in sexual intercourse with any other men besides Calvin? You answered no. In the past 8 years, have you engaged in any physical sexual acts with any other men besides Calvin? You answered no. While in a relationship with Calvin, have you ever engaged in sexual intercourse with any of Calvin's family members? You answered no. While in a relationship with Calvin, have you ever engaged in sexual intercourse with any female's relatives' boyfriends? You answered no. Results came back all the same, and they came back that Shanae has told the truth.
You couldn't take my word for what I told you.
I'm sorry.
My word wasn't worth anything.
It was worth it.
No,
I'm
it wasn't,
sorry.
because why are we here?
But why are the people sending me things? Why are they trying to make me feel as well as think that,
That
you're
has
out here
nothing
cheating
to
and
do with
doing
me.
wrong?
It has nothing to do with me.
The disappearing for hours.
There's no
the
disappearing
the
when you
phone
know where I
game-
am.
The phone games. You know what I'm saying? I call your phone 2-3 times. You
My
don't
phone
answer
is not
it, and then you
in
call
my
me
face
right back.
24
I mean,
hours.
you know, you
minutes
got a lot of
later.
nerve. You know, I
Well, I'm sorry.
mean, it seems
I'm
like
sorry.
you've never been faithful. I mean, come on, man. This is your wife.
And I am sorry. That's why I am here at the show to try
Do you
and
know what
find out the
projecting-
truth.
Will that really solve it for you, though? Will
Yeah.
that solve it?
Yes, it will.
Do you know what projecting
Yes,
your
it
guilt
will.
is? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
You feel so bad about what you do that you project your guilt onto her. So I would hate to read these lie detector tests and see 33 years go up in flames. Like, I don't know the results. I really don't. Swear to God. So if there's anything you'd like to tell her before I open up that envelope, now's probably a good time.
There's nothing.
Okay.
I done told everything.
Okay, you admitted most recent time you had sex with 2 different women was February, and admits to saving their phone numbers under male names.
February.
That's 7 months ago.
So you lied.
No,
Who was it? Who was in February?
I mean, the last time was, like I say, almost about a year ago.
February is not a year ago.
That's months. That's a long time.
serious right now?
So
Like,
remember,
for real?
remember what I just said before I open up this envelope? Is there anything, I don't want you to go up in flames. Is there anything you want to say to her? Maybe you should have let off with that.
February though, so, but you still lied to me.
All right, so we go on to test him. Besides the 2 women you admitted to having sexual intercourse with in February 2023, have you engaged in sexual intercourse with any other woman since, besides your wife, Shawnee? He answered no. Besides the 2 women you admitted to having physical sexual contact in February 2023, have you engaged with any other woman besides your wife, Shawnee? He answered no. Do you currently have more than 2 women in your phone that you had sexual acts with that are hidden under male names? He answered no. And the results are he told the truth. But do you really?
I was just so stuck in my head.
What makes her ever believe that you could be faithful to her? Because you never have been. And listen, and I'm not trying to break you up. I'm really not. But you convince your wife. You want loyalty, right? You want faithfulness?
Yes.
Convince your wife that you're going to be faithful, that you're never going to sleep with another woman again.
I'm not.
Really?
I'm not
You'll never be, you'll be able to control that?
Look, I promise you. I'm not gonna mess with nobody, talk to nobody, none of that. The phone numbers and all that is gone. The social media that I just got is gone. The phone number, I would change it. I just want to move past all this and get our life back together. I just want to make you happy. Now that I got the answers that I really wanted, which was you was telling the truth, I'm gonna stop just badgering you and just stop going on and on with the negativity. I really do, and I promise. I'm sorry. I really love you, and I'm sorry. I am, though, for real. I am.
I would say this, if you want to give him another chance, I think it's hard to throw 33 years away. But if there's another time, then you really have to say, I love you, but I got to go somewhere else. Good luck to you. Yvette says she suffered every mother's worst nightmare. You see, her infant son died at just 3 months old. Yvette says she received a call from her son's babysitter claiming the boy wasn't breathing or moving and that he was pronounced dead on the scene. But an autopsy later revealed that the infant died from an overdose of multiple narcotics found in his system. The babysitter was arrested for murder and years later pleaded no contest to manslaughter for the death of Yvette's son. But now Yvette says people around town and even her own family accused her of killing her own baby boy. Yvette, did you kill your son?
No, Steve. I carried him for like 9 months. I didn't do it. And I'm just tired of suffering. I gotta walk around with this on my head every day. People thinking I done it, and I didn't. You get talked about. When I get into it with people, that's the first thing they say. Oh, you killed your baby. You know, that bothers me.
What happened with your son?
One particular day, I get a call from the babysitter, and she wanted the baby. Fine, which that was cool to me, because she always watched him, you know? So this particular night, I ain't have no ride, and I finally got a ride. It was late, that Thursday. It was real late. So I took the first ride I could take. We pull up to the gas station. I goes inside to give me a pack of cigarettes and some snacks. My relative run in, and he was like, a lady just got your baby out the back seat. What? The phone ring. It's the babysitter. She said, she was giggling. I got him, whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, come on, you could at least called me, you know, called or told me you're gonna get my babe, you know? So we brushed it off, and I was like, wait a minute. It's 2 bags, two diaper bags. One had a breathing machine in it, and the other had his milk, Pampers, and medicine. All right, she grabbed the wrong bag. So I'm like, you need this. She was like, no, I got a few Pampers that you left, and I got some milk. But remind you, he do self-feeding bottles, because he was born early. Yeah. That whole Saturday, I didn't hear anything, because I already had seen him. So Sunday morning, me and my relative and my other relative, we was heading to another town to take her babe to the doctor. Okay, I get the phone call and it was like, your baby ain't breathing. I'm like, what you mean my baby ain't breathing? So she was like, he's not breathing. I said, did you call 911?
She's not calling 911?
Why would you call me first?
Is this somebody you knew really well?
Yes, I knew her real well.
Okay.
And instead of her calling 911 right then, I had to tell her to call. She called. All right, so me and my relative, we turn around to go back to where she lives. Okay, and I get another phone call. It's one of my other relatives, and she was preparing me for the worst. She was letting me know that he's deceased. As I get there, it wasn't no police there, wasn't no ambulance there, wasn't no coroner there. Just her family, well, the babysitter, her family, and some more people. The door opened.
And the baby's there?
Passed around like it was a item, you know? Everybody just in the house. So
what did you do?
I snatched my baby. I leave out, because they was all in the bedroom. And I noticed he had on a new outfit and a brand new pamper. Brand new pamper. But he's still, Steve. His hand's still in the air. Rigor mortis had kicked in. So they tell you he had been dead a minute, you know?
Yeah.
So when the coroner get there, it's kind of obvious. He's telling me like the baby been dead for like a day and a half, you know? After the funeral and all that, I get a phone call. It's another relative. She was like, I'm sorry that your baby was murdered. I stood up in the chair. I said, murdered? I thought he died from, you know, ordinary baby death or acid reflux.
Right.
No, my baby was murdered. So I'm asking her, like, how do you know these things? The police department, the young lady or whoever was in the back, they leaked it out that he had been murdered with 8 different pills and he had pneumonia. Okay, so...
He had a bunch of narcotics in the system.
Yes.
Ambien?
Flexeril.
Who the hell's giving a baby Ambien?
And some kind of medicine that she take for bipolar.
She was in, you know, the custodial care. Your son was in the custodial care.
Yes.
So the police locked her up.
No. Still not in jail.
But she was arrested.
For like a couple hours. She still was at home. She didn't spend no time in jail, really, Steve.
But, she's on probation.
Yes.
For manslaughter. She cut a deal.
Yeah.
So the babysitter went to trial and took 7 years of back and forth. So in 2022, she pled down to manslaughter and is only serving probation. Now, and you came here today because you took a lie detector test because people believe that somehow you were involved.
Yeah.
What happened after the death of your son? You had other children and they were taken away, right?
Well, I went a little, I didn't go that far, but people was kind of thinking like, oh, she messed up in the head.
You were drinking heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want your family to know before I bring out Candace?
I want them to know that, like, they've been knowing me all their life. Like, look at me. Don't look at what they saying I'm doing. Just look at me. Look at how I used to be. And you know I'm not that type of person, you know? Just be with me sometime. Like, understand me sometime. Everything I say is not based on a lie, you know?
How are you doing now?
Oh, God.
I mean, are you still drinking heavily?
Yeah.
You are.
I
You
go
know,
out.
you know you got to get out of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I went down my own thing with drinking and going down a rabbit hole with it. And you have to realize you have other kids to
Yeah.
live for. And you got to pull yourself out of that, okay? Let's meet Candace.
Vic, tell me one thing.
Yes.
Why did you leave your baby, a 3-month-old baby,
Yes.
with somebody that you know? Why not family? Why somebody else? Seriously.
Tell you the truth, family really didn't have my back like that. She done helped me with all of my kids, everything.
She helped
ain't
you
nothing happened.
Vic,
it's not my fault, Candy.
I want to know something.
I made a mistake.
Did you do
That's what
something
you
to that
wanna hear?
baby before you took that baby over?
No.
Did you?
No.
You
She
still
took the
coulda-
baby out the
That's
car.
your child. You still could have went and got him.
You right, I
still coulda went
could
and got
have.
him.
You right, I could have,
You still
Candy.
coulda went and got him.
You right, I could have. You right, but when you walk in my shoes and understand me for a change, you will know why. You will know why. You think I wanted this to happen?
Yeah.
If I knew that was gonna happen, you think I'd have gave her my
He
child?
is gone. He is gone.
It ain't
and
coming back.
nobody know nothing.
Ain't coming
but
back.
you just took him over there.
Ain't coming
and we
back.
wouldn't be blaming you or
Ain't
saying
coming
you
back.
did it. If it's 3 months, you just drop off a 3-month-old baby.
I didn't drop
He's
him
sick.
off.
He got
Get
breathing
it through
problems.
your head.
Then she left his
I didn't
medicine.
drop him out. Didn't I just
You
say I didn't drop
allowed
him
her-
out?
You allowed
I didn't
her to
allow her
come get him.
Do you think she had something to do with her son's death?
To be honest, the way it looked to us as a family, the situation she's in, a 3-month-old baby, you was aware that he was sick. You knew he had breathing problems.
He didn't have no breathing problem.
Okay.
He had
So my question is,
acid reflux.
this woman,
Either way
this
it go.
woman was arrested.
Acid reflux. Get it
they
together.
Found hydrocodone,
That's why I don't mess with my family
Ambien.
now.
Yeah.
The baby had medication in his system. I want to know, I'm just asking
If she
gave the
contributed,
baby
yeah.
something before she took that baby
So
over there.
you're cousins, right?
Yes.
And you've known each other your whole lives?
Yes.
Okay. You ever see her mistreat any of her other kids?
No.
Yeah. And I want to ask.
People go through things
I want
they
to be very
change.
careful with this
Actually,
question.
it is. I helped care for
Have you
hers
ever
too.
have you ever lost a child? Maybe I shouldn't even ask that question. I'm sorry. So you know the pain, right? Okay.
That's why, and she knows that too.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
And I can't imagine. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't imagine.
What I went through should have been a perfect example of her not, and hold on to hers while she got that opportunity.
Yeah.
Never take your kid for granted. You never know
did.
when they're gonna be taken from you. So
Exactly.
I choose to protect and watch mine every time I get a chance. I would not let my kids out of my sight. They say, Mama, can we go play? I'm sitting my butt on that porch watching them play.
Can I ask you a question? So could some of this anger that you're feeling that's coming out of you is because of what you experienced?
Yes and no, because I hear mostly of what the family and how they're badging her, and we just want to know the truth, if she had anything to do with this.
So my question to you is, you lost a child. Can you imagine if, and again, did she make mistakes? Do I believe she wanted her son dead? No. But can you imagine when you lost your child that people pointed the finger at you and said, hey, you had something to
I
do
was the
with the
reason.
child?
Yeah, they said that,
And you didn't.
and I did.
Right.
Well, I tell you what, today, if it come back that you ain't lying, Vic, I promise you, I will be there for you.
Well, I hate to say
But
this.
other than that,
I hate to say that, and I appreciate it. I swear to God, I appreciate it. But when them texts come in, guess what I'm gonna do to mine? They can kiss this. Because when I needed y'all the most, when none of them was there.
Yvette came here and took a lie detector test.
oh, let me sit down for this.
I'm gonna stand up.
And we asked her, did you give your then 3-month-old son any of the medications found in his system after he died? She answered no. Did you witness anyone give your then 3-month-old son any of the medications found in his system after he died? She answered no. Did you physically abuse your son, causing marks or bruises? She answered no. Did you cause those marks and bruises found on your son after his death? She answered no. Did you have any involvement in the death of your 3-month-old son? She answered no. Did you kill your 3-month-old son? She answered no. The results came back the same to each one of those 6 questions, and it came back that Yvette told the truth.
No, everybody want to be mad at me. Y'all put me through a lot, man. Y'all want to do me like that. I told you. Y'all gonna learn to listen to me. When he thumped me here, I knew today was gonna be my day to prove to the world. You hear me? I told y'all. Yeah. everybody's face, and I'm gonna keep walking. You hear me? I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need nobody to say, bet I'm sorry.
guess you will
I don't
lie.
need nobody to say, bet
You know that
nothing.
test right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're telling the truth, Vic, because I'm telling you, that's going to really seal a lot of family problems at home. It really is.
I'm really happy for you.
Thank
and
you.
I hope this takes the pressure off you.
Oh, yeah, and I'm
with the rest of the
reopening up
family.
that case.
But I do think that justice was not served in
It
this
wasn't.
case. But look at me when I say this. You have to honor your son's life in a way that you're there for the rest of your kids,
Yeah.
that you don't waste your life with alcohol and doing things because he died. He
Yeah.
wouldn't want that for you. You got to go on. You got to be productive. You got to be caring for your other kids, okay?
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, that's very nice. Ricky is afraid that his girlfriend, Crystal, has been lying to him since day one. You see, he found apps and alerts on her phone that made him question if she was talking to other men. But really, what put him over the edge was when a close relative of hers sent her messages asking her for naughty pics and not to get caught. Now, Ricky suspects Crystal had sex with this close male relative, and he called my show for answers. Crystal, did you sleep with the relative that Ricky suspects?
No, Steve, that's crazy. Like, Ricky is so crazy. He's lost his mind. When we had that argument and I went to Ohio, that was the only choice that I had. When Ricky kicked me out, he took off and he left me on a Thursday evening. He called me Friday evening after I had been trying to talk to him, you know, the whole time. I had been trying to talk to him, get in touch with him, just let him know, like, look, I'm not, and all that was over the whole cheating since, too. He thought that apparently he's been thinking that I've been cheating since day one, and I haven't. I am head over heels for this man. Like, I love this man. And like he said, our kids are really close. So it breaks my heart to think that he thinks that I would run around on him, because I wouldn't.
He thinks you slept with this relative. You went to Ohio and you stayed with some relatives.
I went to Ohio and I stayed. I split my stay. I was there for about a week and a half, and I split it between two relatives. I went out seeking for attention. You know, I did. I had hit up a couple of friends that I went to school with, and, you know, I talked to them, and I had messaged them. And, yes, I mean, I'd sent some pictures, and I made an OnlyFans account. But
when you were in Ohio, you sleeping with these guys?
no, I never slept with
But you
anybody.
opened up OnlyFans, but you didn't do anything.
I posted one post on OnlyFans just trying to find out from the people that were on there, like, what kind of content they would like to see, whatever.
You know what
My
they wanna see.
intentions were never to do anything, like, nude. Like, I was wanting to do, like, lingerie pics, you know, and
Okay,
feet pics and
yeah.
stuff like that. Like,
Did you ever fool around with this family relative?
no.
So what
Or
happened with the
talking to
OnlyFans
somebody else.
again? You took a
When I-
picture,
when-
and
when
why didn't you go through with it to make money?
Well, I didn't go through with it to make money. I deleted the account.
Why?
Because me and Ricky were going to work. We were going
Oh,
to try to
you
work
decided
things
to work
out. We
things back
decided
out.
that we were going to try to work things out.
Now, he
and
also thinks
I
that you
told-
Skyped the video men.
I didn't know what Skype was. I have no idea what Skype is. I don't know what that. I
You
mean,
know what Skype is.
I really don't, Steve. I don't. Like, me and Ricky kind of sat down and tried to, like, investigate it a little bit after I got back. The
You
whole Skype
investigated
account.
Skype?
Well, we just tried to, like, look into it to see if we could find anything that would give us some answers on
So why did he
this
think you were Skyping guys?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Does he cheat on you?
There was an incident where I thought that maybe before we actually got serious that he did, but I had been staying in his house for a while, and I woke up one morning at 5:30 to get ready to go to work, okay? Ricky was nowhere to be found. I messaged him until probably 10 o'clock that morning, okay? Nothing. He said, I fell asleep at a buddy's house. I'm like, okay. Well, a couple days after that, one of my girls that I worked with, my waitresses that I worked with, she tells me that she see Ricky in there with another female eating. So,
At
and she
5 o'clock in the
sent me a
morning?
picture. I don't know what time it was they went in there to
Okay.
eat. I, however, did not see this message until Ricky pointed it out to me.
And
okay?
what was the message saying?
It was that he had been in there with another girl, and she had sent me a picture of him and this girl that, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
This was a girl he was supposedly talking to on Tinder. He finally come clean about it and told me, you know, after he lied to me initially about it, said he fell asleep at a buddy's house. He finally come clean and told me that, you know, that he had talked to her on Tinder. It was just a girl that he had met on Tinder or whatever, and that nothing had happened, nothing went on. But still in the back of my head, I'm sitting here thinking, well, if nothing went on, then why would you leave? Like, for one, why would you leave me at your house to sleep on your couch to wake up to you not being there after we'd done been talking for a month and a half, and we're, like, starting to, you know, get a little serious
Okay.
here.
Now, he
I think
says
it was
if you
just that one
fail,
time.
he's gone.
Well, if he fails, then I'm gone.
So either one of you fail, it's over.
It's over. Like,
Let's
I
meet
can't.
Ricky.
No man asked for
You're
pictures.
an idiot, Ricky. You're an idiot.
If he didn't
He
want
asked
them
for
naked.
pictures because he is a relative.
Whatever.
I've sent pictures of my kids and of me and my kids to him.
Yeah.
Okay? For one, it was never, he didn't ask for no naughty pics. It was,
Why
he
would
didn't
get-
ask for
why would
naughty
he
pics.
say-
He just asked for pictures.
Why would he say, if you're not going to get in trouble? How are
Because
you
he
gonna get
knows
in
how you
trouble?
are. You're possessive and
Oh,
you're
come on,
controlling.
man.
Think that she had messed around with this family relative?
Pretty much guarantee it. Why would
You
you be
guarantee
asking
it.
for
He
pictures?
knows. He's 100%.
Why are you here today?
Because she's a liar.
You lied. You
the
were
guy
the only
even
one
give
that
her a
has lied
tripod
to
for
me.
her phone so
I
she
have
could
been
take
honest with you
videos.
since
I mean,
day one. Anything you've asked me about, I've not lied. I've been honest with you about everything. It doesn't matter. I was honest with you about how my last relationship ended. I've been honest with you about everything that you've asked me about. Everything.
That's what you
You're
say.
the one that lied. You said that you stayed at a buddy's house and you weren't. You were with some bitch
We
with
weren't
Tinder
even
that was on that
dating.
you. It doesn't
We
matter.
were just
We were
seeing-
talking
we were-
about it, Ricky. We were talking about it. We've been talking about it.
And you
It wasn't a
didn't-
week after that we.
I did tell you about
It was
that.
not. No, you didn't.
I told you about that. You didn't find it out on your own, just like these pictures. You didn't tell me about that. I found that out on
When
my
you
own.
asked me
They
about
were
it, I
deleted.
told you though.
They
I did
were
not lie to
deleted.
you.
You weren't telling me
what
nothing.
were
Yes, I did delete it because we were going to work things out. What happened? You
What was
dumped
the
me.
pictures of?
Of her ass. And they were deleted. You know, I had to back it up, and there it was. She weren't never going to
Did
say
the
nothing about
just
it.
fun was written on
Yeah.
the ass?
You
And
dumped me.
I asked her. She said she didn't know nothing about it. That was the first she ever heard about
Who
it.
do you think wrote that on her ass?
I don't know.
It's a little strange. Somebody writes it on your ass, though, right?
I believe I would remember it.
So I asked you why you're here. You said she's a liar. But are you hoping that she's telling the truth so you could stay with her?
No, I don't think that he really
Well,
wants
let
to
him
be
answer.
with me.
Let him answer.
Yeah, because I love her kids, and
Do you love
it's just-
her?
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
She's treated me better than any woman has.
Exactly. My actions always speak louder than my words ever
Yes,
have.
they
And yours
do. Yes,
hasn't.
they do.
Yours hasn't,
They
though. Yours has not. You call me names all the time. I'm a whore. I'm a bitch. I'm a slut. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Is
I
that
can't
true?
deal with it.
I have called her that.
Okay.
We've shoved
You've-
each other
oh,
in fights like it's
okay.
crazy, Steve.
You've called her bitch, slut, and whore.
After I find all
You
this
lying
stuff and
whore,
she don't
you
admit to it,
lying
yes, I
Answer
do
yes or
say it.
no. Okay. So you just said, these are your own words. You said she treats you better than any woman in your whole life.
Yeah.
So that woman who treated you better than any woman in your whole life, you call her a bitch, whore, and a slut.
Still lying to me, too, yeah.
Why do you stay with her?
I don't know.
I mean, do you two see like maybe someday you'll like be married?
I would love to. I would love to marry him. I had a
What
tubal
about
ligation
you?
after my third child, and I've told Ricky 1,000 times I would love to have that reversed so I could have one of his kids. I'm head over heels for him. I worship the ground walks on. I treat him better than I've treated anybody.
He seems very cold to your pling right now.
He don't care. He don't care. He doesn't care.
I've been married a long time.
But you know what, Steve? The sad thing about it is there's been so many times that he's turned me down. I have to beg him. I'm practically...
He says no to sex?
All the time. He said no to... Yes. Yes, all
When's
the
the last time he
time.
said no?
Probably last night.
You're in the beautiful city of Stanford. You said no to sex?
Yep.
He's an idiot.
That's crazy.
I know.
So, do you desire her? Okay. Okay. Just, yeah, like.
I mean, it's her mouth.
I'm
I
not trying
can't
to
put
be,
up with
I'm
it.
not trying to be mean, but you show nothing towards that woman. So my thing is, if you don't care about her and you don't want to be with her sexually, physically, mentally, why do you prolong this? Why do you need a lie detector test to break up?
Steve, I've tried to kick her out and get her away
What
from
do you
me.
mean?
She
You say
will not
get
leave
and don't
me.
take her back.
It's crazy. It's
Change-
like I'll have to move
Do
out
you know
just
what
to
this
get away
is?
from her.
You know what that is? Pressing the lock. She can't get in.
Why did you want me to call the show then? Why? If you don't want to be with me, Ricky, just tell me. Just tell me. Just be honest with me. You say I'm not the one being honest, but you're the one not being honest. I hate you at times. I do. I hate that I love you. I hate that I fell in love with you. I do this every relationship that I get in with is a narcissistic gaslight, and I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it. You manipulated me. You love bombed me so much in the beginning. It's ridiculous.
She's the narcissist.
Says the narcissist.
Okay. Do you even need the results? I
Yeah.
mean, you do.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's sitting here saying
Even
that-
if she passes, that's good. Then you're gonna want to be with her?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I cannot. I'm done. I can't do this. I'm done.
Yeah.
You just brought me on here to
Okay.
embarrass me.
Okay.
Just to tell me. Why didn't you tell me that before we even took the flight? Why didn't you tell me that when they called me to come on the show?
Yeah.
You're such.
Okay. You want to hear his results?
Yes, read them.
We asked Ricky, since in a committed relationship with Crystal, have you had sexual physical contact with any woman besides her? He answered no. Since in a committed relationship with Crystal, have you had sexual intercourse with any woman besides her? He answered no. Results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Ricky told the truth.
Don't. Not until we hear.
Look at me. Look at me. When do you stop being a doormat? What? I mean, listen, I look at the guy. He's not bad looking. Seems like he's in shape. But why are you tormenting yourself over this guy?
I love him.
What?
I love him. I really love him.
Listen, I feel like I'm talking to a 18-year-old girl in high school. Just broke up with the captain of the football team. Oh, I can't go on. I can't live without him. But you're not an 18-year-old girl. You're a mother. You got kids. You're in love with a man that doesn't show you nothing. Nothing. He's doing the dogs, where the dogs do this with their feet. You're like a mat to him. Are you going to allow a man to treat you like that? All right, Crystal came here and took a lie detector test. And we asked her, did you have sexual physical contact with that relative while you were staying with him? She answered no. Did you have sexual intercourse with that relative while you were staying with him? She answered no. Did you ever have sexual physical contact with that relative? She answered no. Did you ever have sexual intercourse with that relative? She answered no. The result to all those questions came back the same, and came back that Crystal told the truth. Okay, okay, Crystal.
You are the worst man I've ever been with. I hate you. Told you. Good for me. I'm done. I told you. I've been telling you for months and years.
It's not proved yet.
What's not proved? You just told me that I was telling the truth.
He still got more.
We go on to ask Crystal, since in a committed relationship with Ricky, have you talked to other men online via video calls or chats? She answered no. She did not tell the truth.
See? What are you talking about now? You're a liar!
It's the one that you
You're a
know
liar!
about. I told you about them.
I knew it!
I told you when I went to Ohio that I did talk to
Shut
people.
up!
You see the messages.
There's the answers right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Since in a committed relationship with Ricky, have you had sexual physical contact with any man besides him? She said no. She did not tell the truth.
Steve, I don't have a car or a phone. I'm always on his ass.
Who
I'm always there.
Since in a committed relationship with Ricky, have you had sexual intercourse with any man besides him? She answered no. She told the truth.
Told you. I told you.
Talking's cheating if you're talking to other people.
You're right. Talking is cheating. You still, to this day, have dating apps on your phone. Still getting for
Where?
them. Oh, you don't? Pull it out. Let's see. I'll show you. I will show you.
I ain't doing nothing for you no more.
I'm done.
I got to end this story. Okay. If you have any decency in you at all, okay, any decency, you would tell her that it's over.
It is.
not telling
I'm going
me.
to.
I'm not going home with you.
I know.
Okay. You need to tell her that it's over, that you will never be with her again, and you need to stay away from her. Because if you prolong it at all, you see how you got her so screwed up, right?
Yeah.
When you're not happy, that's all you really need to end a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not happy. Goodbye. Are you going to do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
I am.
luck, dear.
Thank you, Chief.